I said if you hear clashes and bangs and things wanting to kill itself, press the big red button. Hi, I'm Steve from 1233D. Today we shall be doing an unboxing, first thoughts review of the UniFormation GK3 Pro. The first time we got a chance to see this machine was at Formnext in Germany 2024 and we were pleasantly surprised. Needless to say, UniFormation have a good track record with resin printers. This basically will take place of the GK2 but a Pro version. Stay tuned and we shall dive straight in. I will first carefully, surgically precision slice the tape. It is a very well taped box. In the box we have 3 screen protectors, a pack of CPFA FET films, 3 of a bag with all the manuals, leveling paper with a notice that states we level the GK2 build plate before delivery just as a backup. If there are any problems, please contact our technical support. Yes, that is a misprint. I think they've used the generical label while they are getting the other material ready. We have more screen protectors, more FEPs. I shall lift the machine onto the floor. UK Power Lead, the box of goodly goodlies, which includes all of the normal things that you expect to find. Gloves, USB, Wi-Fi antenna, Allen keys, tweezers, spare screws, screwdriver, silicone squeegee, silicone funnel, metal scraper, side cutters, resin filters. So I shall pop all of those aside and start removing the packaging. Very well packed, got nice plastic protective corners, lots of cardboard and foam. Ooh, it is a heavy piece of equipment. And there we go. Okay, so let's remove the baggy bag. In here we have filter, build plate. The filter is a consumable item. This particular filter fits all of the printers across the range, so it's a generic filter for all their own machines, and it simply pops into the back and locates with magnets. Really simple. And I shall remove this lucky bandy, and we have a little bit of foam, and we also have a bubble. The bubble is basically so you can level the machine, a bit like a washing machine, and they are very tight. A little bit more there. That's close enough for what we need. The next step will be to plug her in and power her up. So with the UniFormation machines, they don't have an external power supply. It is inbuilt to the machine, so you don't have a power brick like you do with some other brands. So it's very neat and tidy, and the power port for it is literally on the back of the machine. I need a cable. Where may I find such a thing? Oh, that's a cattle weed. Crisis averted, folks. Next up, I shall install the Wi-Fi antenna, which simply screws onto the back of the machine. And then, so when this machine was very first released, the power button for this machine was situated on the back in the form of a switch. Now, we were asked for our feedback. Could we see anything that could be improved with the machine? And I said, well, for me to be perfectly honest, it would be a little bit hard for me to comment because I hadn't yet used it. But one observation that I had seen, instead of having the switch on the back, could you possibly put a button to turn the machine on and off on the front? Because if the machine's up against the wall, you don't want to be reaching behind it to turn it on and off. And woe behold, could this possibly be a 3D Steve inspired modification? Anyway, we have power. So another thing they've done is they've given us this nice tilt screen UI. So you don't have to bend down to read the screen or use the screen. You tilt the screen. First off, I'm going to go on to move, Z-axis movement, and I want to go up to the top, and we send it up. A very nice cob LED strip. We also have an inbuilt camera, which I shall remove the film from if I can get it. That might be what they give you the tweezers for. So I shall now install the plate that slides on with the cam locking lever, and then simply lock it into place by pulling that lever back down. Remove the lid from the resin vat, slide these 2 levers towards you, and then that removes, well, it doesn't remove, it releases the vat. So I shall peel out the film. We don't have any on the back, and it has got raised feet, so you can quite comfortably put this down on a table without fear of your film being damaged. And on the screen we have a screen protector. So I shall peel that off there. And then, actually, I don't need to do anything because that is already on. This is the protective film from the screen protector. So there is already a screen protector installed. You get another spare one with this surround. So the surround sits over the screen protector once you've fitted. So that is already on. We don't need to do that. Thank you very much, UniFormation. Simply place the vat back into place and then lock the levers like so. That is it, ready. You also have these bottles, which are basically for auto feed, and that simply pops into the back. You unscrew the lid, fill the bottle up with your resin of choice, and it will auto feed. You don't have to use that feature. You can simply just fill the vat. So we shall proceed to the setup, which there won't really be anything to do, but I'll navigate you through the UI, and we shall see what we have on there. Model file. We have a man's head. I don't know what man's head it is, but it is a man's head. And it also has a man's head PNG. Oh, there we go. We have men's heads on the UI. We've got the U-Disc, which is the USB drive. We've got built-in storage, so you can basically upload models via the slicer straight to the printer, and they will store on the printer's internal memory. We have data cleaning. What this will do is it will basically delete and clean any files off there that you already have. We don't want to do any of that yet. Next up, the Z movement. So again, that's where I just sent the build plate up to the top by clicking top. We can zero it to home. We can move it in different increments. Then we have the vat exposure. Check the resin vat has been taken out. Right, so to do this test, you would need to remove the resin vat, confirm that you've done that, and then it will expose the screen. You do not want to stare at the screen when you're exposing it. What we tend to recommend is put a piece of A4 paper over the screen, and then that'll filter out the UV and basically show the exposure test through the paper. Next, you have your vat cleaning function, so you can clean the full vat, part of the vat, basically the area that you've had your prints allocated to, if you like. Or in some cases, some people would like to fit the smaller build plate to the machine, which is an optional extra. So that's like a half build plate size, so you could only expose that part. Basically, if you have a failed print, you don't want to empty the whole vat out. A vat clean is a very easy way with some support material dumped in, held in place when you do the vat cleaning process. Will then allow you to peel the whole lot out in one go without emptying all your resin out. Then you've got the autofill system, so you've got volume calibration, and you also have a cleaning function. Then on your settings, you've got language settings, you have network settings, so you can connect to your Wi-Fi network. You've got cloud service, which I'm not quite sure what that is. Cloud service, please search for the UniFormation in the app. So there is an app that you can download via Android or iOS. And you also have your system settings, so the printer name, sounds, volume, heating, the temperature that you want the heat in, the lights to be turned on and off, the preheat function, and operational maintenance mode, which is padlocked. Then you have your device information, so that's basically telling you the print volume, the resolution, the machine ID, and the IP address if you had it connected. You have user information. We have here a list of things that are recommended to be changed after a certain amount of time. So suggested life for an LCD screen is 3,000 hours of print time. We have elapsed so far 0. So it'll basically count how much print time you've had, so you know when you're approaching that time where you could possibly need to replace the screen. The same is said for the light source, the release film, and the active carbon filter. Then you have technical support. Should you require any technical support for the machine in any form, then they give you a whole host of different ways to contact them to get that support, basically.
If you buy your machine from us, you get full support from us via phone or email, whichever you prefer.
And then you have system updates. So there are no updates available currently. If you're over Wi-Fi or whatever else, I would imagine that if you're connected via the UniFormation slicer, that you will be able to update the printer firmware remotely via that platform. I think, for now, that is everything we need to see on there. They implemented some features into this machine that they had already trialed on the GK3 Ultra. More user-friendly modifications over anything else. So first and foremost, we have the LED light bar. Now, that doesn't interfere with the print. We've had it running on the Ultra without any problems. It doesn't interfere at all with your print quality, and also will give you ambient lighting should you want to remotely monitor via the built-in camera. We have the auto fill resin system, so again you can top up the vat manually, you can fill the bottle up, and then you can have peace of mind that you're not going to run out of any resin mid-print. The other things that they've implemented is the locking slide levers on the vat, whereas on the other model, if you're familiar with it, you pushed it in and slid it back and it locked into place. Just make sure that you line it up right when you're putting it back in place. Slide the levers, that's locked in. The other thing that they've implemented is when your print's finished, instead of leaving it suspended over there dripping, you simply take it off, sit it into this little channel in the side of the vat, little hook here, and your resin drains back off into the vat, leaving the print suspended. The other thing that they do is nice seals around the actual lid. So on this model, they've implemented like a silicone rubber seal, like a windscreen blade, wiper blade on your car. So when you actually shut the machine, you are getting a seal down both sides, albeit not totally airtight, but it will stop the majority of the odours escaping from the chamber. So really, upon that fine note, I do believe it's time to slice a file, load up some resin, and show you the results.
Printing in progress.
Right folks, we are back. Currently drying and curing is one Samurai Warrior. It printed perfectly. First thoughts after we've removed the supports and everything else, the detail is exquisite. We will put the slicer settings for this on screen around about now. Sliced in Lychee Slicer, purely default. We used the Elegoo water washable ABS like resin, did nothing else. Sliced the file, solid. I may add as well, it wasn't hollowed out or anything. Printed it, supports came off really nicely. We shall show you the results once it is finished. But to summarise, the machine, again, really good. They've implemented nice design features, and it's nice to see the power switch behind the display. We've become very accustomed to UniFormation machines. They're very reliable, very good quality, and provide consistent, epic results. So just for the record, this is the Cure Max 3 unit, which actually dries first, then cures. The model is dry and cure in one foul swoop. We will get some close-ups of the model so that you can see in more detail. Chris strategically picked this model because it has got some very fine details. I mean, just for instance, I can actually, and I haven't got my glasses on, I can see the rivets on the back of his armour, which are small, and even the chain belt that he has printed out perfectly. The textures on the cloth under the armour, very impressive. We shall leave him here. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions regarding this machine or any other machine that we stock, please drop them in the comments box below and we'll do our utmost to answer you as quickly as possible. Also, links for this product and the other UniFormation products will be linked down in the description, so please check those out if you're interested. I hope you've enjoyed this video and found it useful and informative, so please don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you really want to, share. Bye-bye for now. We'll see you on the next one.
As always, we aim to have the most competitive 3D printer prices on the market. If you see any of our printers being sold by a mainstream retailer for less, please drop us an email using the link in the description and we'll do our very best to beat their price. Also, if you're watching from outside the UK, check the description for links to our European 123 3D sister stores.